missing twin-engine aircraft en route from St. Vincent to Tobago. Ex-UNC MP accuses government of bullying tactics. And Parliament approves $94 million for THA, no $15 million for airport terminal. Good evening. I am Nico Williams-Wilson, and you're locked into Tobago Updates Television News for Monday, 15th June 2026. Now to our top story. Silence over the sea. Tonight, a massive multi-nation dragnet is scoring the dark waters of the Southern Caribbean after a private aircraft completely vanished from radar tracking grids. The flight path was supposed to be a routine jump from St. Vincent to Tobago, but somewhere over the open ocean, the cabin went dead silent, leaving no distress calls, no debris fields, and absolutely no trace of passengers on board. As aviation experts and Coast Guard vessels race against a ticking clock, reporter AMPLIA Balgobing brings us the latest on this unfolding maritime mystery.
The Dominican Republic registered Beech 58P pressurized Baron bearing registration HI1145 departed St. Vincent's Argyle International Airport at 11:52 a.m. It was bound for the A&R Robinson International Airport in Crown Point, Tobago, carrying 2 individuals on board. According to aviation tracking data from Flight Radar 24, the twin-engine aircraft was operating under Visual Flight Rules VFR, cruising at an altitude approximately 4,025 feet, with a ground speed of 140 knots. However, at approximately 12:11 p.m., as the plane traveled south of St. Vincent airspace, all transponder data and radio communication ceased abruptly. The sudden loss of tracking data places the aircraft's last known coordinates over open water, near Grenada and Venezuelan territorial waters. Air traffic controllers at Argyle quickly alerted the Piaco Area Control Center in Trinidad and Tobago, triggering emergency regional protocols. Civil aviation officials have confirmed that both private and military aircraft, alongside regional Coast Guard assets, are actively sweeping the expansive marine zone. Local maritime vessels and pilots operating in the area have also been instructed to remain on high alert for any debris or signs of oil slick. Aviation experts note that the aircraft made a sharp turn to the southeast just moments before the signal went dark. Prior to this flight, the Beech Baron had been operating normally, completing several domestic inter-island trips earlier in the week. For aviation experts, this current mystery carries a terrifying sense of déjà vu. In December of 2023, the region faced an almost identical enigma when a US-registered Gulfstream 3 private jet seemingly vanished into thin air. Bearing the registration N337LR, that aircraft departed Cancun Airport en route to St. Vincent and the Grenadines on December 22nd. Just 6 minutes into its climb, radar screens went entirely blank and air traffic control lost all communication. To this day, not a single piece of debris or trace of that vessel has ever been recovered. Up to news time, search teams have located no wreckage of the pressurized Baron and authorities have not confirmed a crash. The identities of the 2 occupants remained withheld pending notification of their families. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am AMPLIA Balgobing.
Is a culture of political bullying moving from the party headquarters into the halls of state governance? That is the explosive charge that was leveled yesterday by former UNC Tabakit Member of Parliament Anita Haynes-Allen. Breaking a protracted public silence, the former UNC Public Relations Officer is calling for a wave of principled dissent, warning that national democracy itself is under threat from a culture of enforced compliance. In a scathing social media manifesto, Haynes-Allen drew a direct, unsettling parallel between what she termed the internal mechanics of political party structures and the current administration's state governance. The former frontbencher claimed that there is a distinct vacuum of leadership at the highest levels, and what she calls high-handed tactics once used to stifle internal party debate are now being weaponized against public servants. In her statement, Haynes-Allen noted, quote, Remarkably, we are seeing the same bullying tactics employed by the party hierarchy to demand unquestioning compliance to the leadership being used against government employees now, end quote. The commentary marks a significant escalation for Haynes Allen, whose political trajectory was fundamentally altered after she, along with her cadre of colleagues, was branded as descendant for demanding constitutional internal UNC elections. That bitter internal rift ultimately culminated in her high-profile deselection ahead of the April 2025 general election. Political analysts suggest her warning goes beyond simple bitterness. It highlights a growing concern over the erosion of public sector independence, while public employees feel pressured to prioritize public fleeting over constitutional duty. Thus far, government officials and state administrators have not issued a formal rebuttal to Haynes Allen's stinging critique. However, remarks that successfully reigniting a fierce national debate on whether the country's political culture is systematically dismantling the independence of the public service. $94 million is heading to the sister isle, but local authorities warn it is still a drop in the bucket for Tobago's educational infrastructure. While Parliament's Standing Finance Committee greenlit the multi-million-dollar supplementary allocation for the THA last Friday, a closer look at the ledger reveals a staggering shortfall. The approved funding exposes a massive financial gap between what is on paper and what is actually required to break ground on a much-needed new school. Our reporter, Jewel Green George, has the breakdown on the millions left missing.
The $94 million variation passed the Finance Committee stage on Friday and was granted entirely for education services. Finance Minister Devendranath Tanku detailed exactly how the funding aims to keep the Assembly functional for the rest of fiscal 2026.
Today's variation seeks to provide resources to empower the THA to meet its responsibilities to the island's population in this regard. 1. The reconstruction of the Scarborough Secondary School. 2. The repayment of arrears and increased salaries to teachers.
The lion's share of the money, $79 million, goes directly to educators. In an official statement to Tobago Updates over the weekend, THA Finance Secretary Petalan Roberts welcomed the cash injection. Roberts confirmed the money will fully cover salary arrears and cost of living allowances for 786 members of the teaching service, stemming from an agreement spanning October 2020 to September 2023. She further stated, quote, "The Assembly remains committed to sound financial management and to maximizing every dollar allocated for the benefit of the people of Tobago." End quote. During the debate, Minister Tanku responded with this when questioned by Port of Spain North MP Stuart Young about whether the money was for back pay.
The $74 million was used to pay arrears, and $5 million was used to meet salaries for increase to close fiscal 2026.
The remaining $15 million goes toward the highly anticipated reconstruction of Scarborough Secondary School. However, this is far below the $60 million figure quoted by the Chief Secretary during the May 14th THA media briefing to finally break ground, and $5 million shy of the $20 million discussed. Under questioning, Minister Tanku clarified that this money will only handle preliminary planning.
That $15 million is to meet the projected expenditure for fiscal 2026 to cover the following works: pre-construction works including geotechnical survey, design, quantity survey, topographical surveys, and statutory approvals.
Trincity Maloney opposition member Camille Robinson Regis asked the government to identify the contractor for this construction. Minister Tanku responded that he had been advised that the project was not yet at the stage to have a contractor. With the approved $94 million hopefully already headed to the THA, teachers can look forward to full bank accounts, but the actual reconstruction of Scarborough Secondary remains to be seen. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Up next, 2026 Independence Day Parade back on for $2.3 million.
On Saturday, June the 27th, at 5 p.m., Divine Breakthrough Empowerment Ministries, located at Grafton Main Road, Black Rock, presents prophetic praise and worship theme, Manifest. 5 churches, 5 worship teams. As we come together in praise and worship, come expecting a time of refreshing. Come expecting your healing, your deliverance, your miracle, your salvation. As God manifests Himself. See you there.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Sun Up Tobago presents Solara. Celebrating the 9th edition of your favorite party in the East, where style and good vibes meet. Get ready for the food-inclusive cooler experience you love. This July 4th, we return to the East, bringing you the perfect blend of mouth-watering food flavors, premium vibes, and unforgettable energy.
One thing more than them feel understood. When girl, good girl.
Grab your cooler, hold your crew, and escape to Tobago's ultimate vibe. Join us at 4 p.m. at the Deltec compound in Argyle. Get your tickets now at Waterhole Bar and Pablo Supermarket Argyle. Barcode Scarborough, EcoSport, Stubby Park, Legions Bar on the Esplanade, and Jane Monkey Crown Point, or online at idetickets.com. Sun Up Tobago, Solara. 9 years strong. Your favorite party in the East is calling. Saturday, 4th of July, Deltec compound Argyle.
Step out of my dreams to my real life. This girl, I wanna know you feel like, yeah. Come closer to me, let the stars align, yeah. In the middle of the night, you bring the sunshine. Miss Lady, she have a pot on the fire, burn a flame when she cooking. From the reef to the road. From the reef to the road, Tobago calling. Sweet vibes, sweet wine, everybody falling. We bring the culture straight to you. Tobago updates, we keeping it true.
Oh gosh, Tobago updates. On the screen, here we go. You're home for October, can't even show. From the big stage, shine to the radio line. We bring Tobago to the world in real time.
Tobago updates, Tobago updates. Carnival 2026, we set the pace. Wave your flag, anywhere you're there. Island love, trimming all around you. Clicking lock on for the rhythm start.
Tobago updates, Caribbean art.
Thank you for staying with us. Plans for the annual Independence Day celebrations are moving forward following a contentious session of the Standing Finance Committee. The government sought a $2.93 billion supplementation for the national budget, which includes a specific multi-million-dollar allocation for national safety and commemorative events. Questions emerged over a sharp funding increase under the Ministry of Defense. sparking questions. The debate continued as the Parliamentary Standing Finance Committee scrutinized sub-item 66, which covers the hosting of conferences, seminars, and official functions. Aruka Lopino opposition member Marvin Gonzalez quickly flagged a significant spike in the line item, seeking immediate justification for the millions in additional spending.
Minister, I'm looking at sub-item 66, hosting of conferences, seminars, and other functions. I observe that there's a huge increase from $190,000, an increase by $2.3 million. What has accounted for this massive increase?
Defense Minister Wayne Search responded with a brief breakdown, confirming that the funds are directly tied to the upcoming Independence Day military parade and surrounding events.
Well, it includes the cocktails and so on, and the events at the Queen's Park Savannah and everything connected to it.
Trinidad and Tobago gained independence from Great Britain on August 31, 1962, after a long history of colonial rule under multiple European powers before achieving sovereignty. 2025 marked the first year since becoming independent that the Twin Island Republic did not observe the occasion with public celebrations. The opposition's former party chair, MP Stuart Young, in a public meeting on June 11th, prior to the Finance Committee meeting, expressed skepticism about the budgeted $2.3 million for the reinstated Independence Parade.
And we will look forward to welcoming all citizens, because we don't discriminate in EPNM, to come down to the Savannah for Independence Day. And let me see what they do with the $2.5 million.
The Defense Ministry allocation sits within a larger $2.93 billion supplementary package designed to fund critical operations through September. Out of this package, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is set to receive $5 million for operational vehicles. While the parade and cocktails may be back in Trinidad, the public awaits the THA's nod about if Tobago's independence celebration will also return to parade grounds. It has been called a political football, a multi-million-dollar waiting game, and a masterpiece of modern architect. But tonight, the wait is officially over. The state-of-the-art billion-dollar A&R Robinson International Airport Terminal has crossed its most critical legal and technical hurdle, entering its final countdown towards welcoming passengers. Shifting from the control of the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, the key and more importantly the legal frameworks has finally been handed over to the operators. Minister Jerlene John formally delivered the Technical Terminals Comprehensive Technical Package to Transport Minister Eli Soko, THA Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, and the Airports Authority. This isn't just a symbolic paper exchange. This exhaustive package represents the complete technical and legal blueprint of the facility. Manufacturers, warranties, strict maintenance procedures, and 2 prestigious LEED green building certifications. Crucially, the documentations lock in absolute compliance with IATA, ICAO, and FAA frameworks, the exact legal clearance required to license the facility for international flight operations. The road to this milestone has been long. Following a practical completion ceremony back in March 2025, the facility remained unoperational for over a year, drawing intense public debates and political crossfire over project delays. However, NIDCO officials reveal that behind closed doors, an extensive and rigorous program of works was silently underway to bring the facility to absolute operational readiness. This included the meticulous paving of the taxiway, full integration of the airfield lighting systems with the air traffic control tower, and rigorous MEP testing. Behind the scenes, the Operational Readiness, Activation and Transition Program, known as ORAT, brought together customs, immigration, the police, and fire service to run real-world trials. With a capacity built to handle 3 million passengers annually, tourism stakeholders are already calling this catalyst needed to restore Tobago's direct international airlift to its historic prime. While the exact date for the grand ribbon cutting remains under wraps, with the legal green light now secured, the opening of this modern aviation gateway is now officially imminent. International rating agency Moody's has upgraded Trinidad and Tobago's economic outlook from negative to stable. The announcement comes as the Minister of Finance presented the government's multi-billion-dollar mid-year budget review. What does this mean for the sister isle? The Ministry of Finance issued a media release detailing Moody's decision to maintain the nation's BA2 rating while stabilizing the outlook. The upgrade, mirrored in the ministry's press release, points to disciplined debt choices. This global nod directly coincides with the government seeking an additional $2.9 billion in supplementary funding to close out the fiscal year.
Expenditure stood at approximately $31.8 billion against a projection of $34.5 billion, resulting in an overall fiscal deficit of approximately $1.7 billion. Oil prices have moved from approximately $62.09 US per barrel in Q1 to $77.64 US per barrel in Q2, against a budgeted assumption of US 73.25, while natural gas averaged approximately $4.20 US per MMBTU, broadly in line with projections. Accordingly, Mr. Speaker, this government seeks an additional $2,927,371,851 in supplementary funding.
For Tobago, the local economic impact centers on immediate cash infusions and consumer spending. The single largest workforce block on the sister isle belongs to the public sector. The newly approved wage increase are set to directly stimulate the island's retail ecosystem.
We settled and honored long-standing public sector labor negotiations with the Public Service Association by agreeing to a 10% salary increase for public servants as promised, and we delivered.
Trinidad and Tobago's cargo and transport links also receive major financial cushioning. Tobago depends entirely on inter-island shipping for its daily food and commercial supply chain. The continuation of heavy energy subsidies directly protects local consumers from a soaring cost of living.
To shield citizens from significant increases in the international energy prices and maintain fuel price stability, approximately $395 million was expended on fuel subsidies during the period October 1st, 2025 to May 30th, 2026.
However, the mid-year review brings new local costs. A series of newly active taxes, including electricity surcharge, implemented in January, will directly increase operating costs for Tobago households and small businesses. The news will continue in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update all the time, join the conversation, and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We'll be right back.
Okay. 335, 336, 337, 338, 339,
Counting on your fingers again. No wonder you lose your business.
Grandpa, thanks for helping me start over.
You not lucky in business, you know. As a child, you tried to sell hog plum. That failed. As a teenager, you and your boyfriend tried to break into the jewelry business. But hey, where that boy end up?
He live in Aruka in the Grove. The golden one.
Oh, child, if you want to get into business, you have to have your financial records intact. But hey, do you know your numbers?
Of course, 624 333.
No, child, your numbers, your ratios, your equity ratios. You have a financial handicap.
What?
You need to see somebody about that. Anderson.
Who?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, they offer tax and accounting services. They know about financial management.
Grandpa, I started this business with nothing.
And nothing is what you will end up with unless you call Anderson Services. Here.
Okay, this card is nice.
Yeah.
What's this?
Your rental fee. Have business will pay rent. Hot and groovy in the soca party.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Donc la famille taking long to play the card. Come on, tell I'm all in time so good, but yo, what's good you went by?
Diane Bishops by
Bishops?
Yeah, we know the baddest has come out of Bishops, sir.
The baddest?
But telling away.
We know the baddest, my one night and I is the baddest.
My Bishops is the best.
Yo, what's going on with Tola? What's going on? It's only one way to settle this.
We'll be live on Youth Voice TV, where I, your host, Multibass, will be hosting the Rep Your School DJ competition, where DJs will go head-to-head in a crazy battle to secure the title. We have cash prizes of $10,000 to come out and win, and a lot of amazing prizes. Guys, what are you waiting for? Let me come out, come and showcase your skills. Come let me do some juggling.
So guys, there are two categories for DJs that are out of school up to 35 years. And for the DJs that are currently in school, it must be up to 19 years of age. So guys, get ready. It's all about Rep Your School. It's all about the DJ competition.
Who will bring the best vibes? Who can control the crowd? And who will earn the bragging rights? You get a chance to be a part and witness the rise of the new DJ generation. So this is Youth Voice, Rep Your School DJ, live on Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Youth Voice, Rep Your School DJ competition. Rep Your School.
Welcome back. Pure electric energy, sweet pan, and a roaring crowd. The atmosphere in Tobago shattered all expectations last night as the island's premier youth steel orchestras went head-to-head in a breathtaking musical showdown. The stage was completely set ablaze for the Tobago leg of the Pan-Trimbago Youth Arms Steel Pan Fusion Fest. 4 powerful youth bands brought their absolute A-game, fusing traditional pan rhythms with modern flavor to prove that the future of our national instrument is in brilliant hands. Stepping into the spotlight for the highly anticipated nationwide Panyard Crawl were the Our Boys Youth Orchestra, Dixieland Steel Orchestra, NLCB Buccaneers Steel Orchestra, and Cats and Jammers Youth Steel Orchestra. The festival, which celebrates the creative evolution of the national instrument, brought together the island's finest young panists and arrangers to fuse traditional steel pan melodies with contemporary energetic vibes right in their home panyards. Community support was overwhelming as residents gathered across the island to witness the raw talent and intense execution of these youth musicians. The event serves as a vital platform for youth development, fostering deep community engagement and ensuring the longevity of Tobago's rich pan culture. Amidst the growing excitement and stellar local performances, Pan-Trimbago President Beverly Ramsey Moore opted to keep a watchful eye on the unfolding talent. Ramsey Moore stated that she is reserving her comments for later in the competition as the bands progress. To see how young panists are bringing the house down during this nationwide Panyard Crawl, you can check out this Steel Pan Fusion Fest Eastern Region Day 2 broadcast on the Pan-Trimbago Facebook page to capture the overall energy of the festival's youth-led arrangements. Some are expressing outrage over what they call a dotish and frustrating parking situation at the Scarborough Market car park. Drivers report being turned away by security, complaining of a full lot despite visible empty spaces being held by cones. Drivers targeting the nearby Victor E. Bruce Financial Complex report facing a wall of security guards turning them away, even as dozens of parking bays sit visibly empty inside. Frustrated motorists are slamming the decision to hold open spaces back with traffic cones, calling the sudden gridlock completely unnecessary.
Well, let's see this what's going on at Market Square car park. This dotishness has to stop it because this is a real crap. You can't tell me that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and others on the other side. All these spaces with cones, right, that are empty and unoccupied for a long portion of the day. And persons coming to do business by the Victor E. Bruce Financial Complex can't get a park in there. Or they have security down on the end, telling you the car park full right now.
To review the current parking management system, as the daily bottleneck continues to cause major inconvenience for persons trying to conduct business in the area. While citizens appreciate the revamp, they are not at all pleased with the inconvenience caused. Tobago Updates attempted to call Secretary Wayne Clark for a comment on the matter and was unsuccessful. Law enforcement is facing severe scrutiny in Tobago. PNM Opposition Senator Melanie Rajman says a series of unprovoked police-involved violent incidents in Tobago are being met with internal delays, leaving grieving families without answers. Our story tonight with Joel Green George looks at the growing demand for accountability within the Twin Island state's security apparatus.
Tobago's reputation as a peaceful sanctuary is shifting under the weight of excessive force allegations. According to Senator Melanie Rajman, mere days after on June 8th, O'Shea Murray was shot by an officer in Bloody Bay, leaving him in critical condition and reportedly minus a kidney. Last year, 74-year-old pensioner Frank Sandy was shot and killed by an off-duty neighbor who was an officer. In Bethel, a video captured the fatal shooting of an handcuffed Ronel Ratti Marcel. Speaking on Tobago Updates this morning, Senator Rajman stated these incidents lack transparency.
Yeah, there have been a few incidents in Tobago that have not received the attention that I believe they should have received. We've had families still asking for answers, asking for justice, asking for the status of investigations into these matters.
The newly debated Victims' Rights Bill legally defines families as victims of crime. Despite this, Rajman notes her formal inquiries to the Minister of Homeland Security regarding Tobago-specific investigations have yielded zero substantial feedback. When asked why internal investigations into police shootings stall, the senator pointed to a systematic culture of institutional protection.
I think in particular with regards to police-involved situations, there is a tendency to want to protect your own. So that if you don't have to look into it, as much as you don't have to look into it, they don't look into it. Or as much as you don't have to write a report or run an analysis, you don't.
The Police Complaints Authority recently launched an investigation into the Bloody Bay shooting. However, Rajman emphasizes that immediate accountability must replace standard bureaucratic delays.
When they happen, I would think justice accountability looks like this. Immediate reprimand of the police officers. I do not believe that any officer that's found in this kind of situation should remain on active duty pending an investigation. So they should be removed from active duty, they should be suspended.
As communities demand systematic reform, the focus remains on whether the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service will enforce stricter standards on its own.
The weather report when we return.
Sun Up Tobago presents Solara. Celebrating the 9th edition of your favorite party in the East, where style and good vibes meet. Get ready for the food-inclusive cool experience you love. This July 4th, we return to the East, bringing you the perfect blend of mouth-watering food flavors, premium vibes, and unforgettable energy.
One thing more than them feel understood. When girl, good girl.
Grab your cooler, hold your crew, and escape to Tobago's ultimate vibe. Join us at 4 p.m. at the Deltec compound in Argyle. Get your tickets now at Waterhole Bar and Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Barcode, Scarborough, EcoSpots, Dudley Park, Jones Bar on the Esplanade, and Jane Monkey Crown Point, or online at idetickets.com. Sun Out Tobago, Solara, 9 years strong. Your favorite party in the East is calling Saturday, 4th of July, Deltec compound Argyle.
On Saturday, June the 27th, at 5 p.m., Divine Breakthrough Empowerment Ministries, located at Grafton Main Road, Black Rock, presents prophetic praise and worship theme, Manifest. 5 churches, 5 worship teams. As we come together in praise and worship, come expecting a time of refreshing. Come expecting your healing, your deliverance, your miracle, your salvation. As God manifests Himself. See you there.
Step out of my dreams to my real life. This girl, I wanna know you feel like, yeah. Come closer to me, let the stars align, yeah. In the middle of the night, you bring the sunshine. Miss Lady, she have a pot on the fire, burn a flame when she cooking.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Welcome back. Every day we bring you closer to the issues that matter most. For our social media poll today we asked, Tobago water woes. With rainfall drastically low and WASA implementing strict temporary supply schedules across the island, we want to know how your community is coping. 24% voted completely dry, relying on truck-borne supply. 18% voted intermittent, strict water lock schedule, and 58% voted adequate supply, tanks holding up. Remember, your voice counts too. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and join the conversation by voting in our daily polls. Now for a look at the weather update from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office. Tonight conditions will be mostly fair but hazy, despite the chance of a brief shower over a few areas. Minimum temperatures tonight are expected to drop to 26 degrees Celsius at Piarco and to 27 degrees Celsius at Crum Point. Tomorrow expect generally sunny, hazy, and breezy conditions, despite a few brief showers. A moderate concentration of Saharan dust is present in the atmosphere, so persons sensitive to changes in air quality are advised to take the necessary precautions. The heat index remains a factor, registering at 38 degrees Celsius at Piarco and 36 degrees Celsius at Crum Point. Seas are moderate, with waves reaching 1.5 to 2.0 meters in open waters. In sheltered areas, waves are near 1.0 meter, but can become occasionally choppy. For those watching the tides, in Port of Spain, high tides are expected at 5:27 a.m. and 6:29 p.m. Low tides at 12:05 p.m. and 11:47 p.m. Scarborough, high tides are expected at 5:07 a.m. and 6:17 p.m. with low tides at 11:51 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. Sunrise is at 5:54 a.m. and sunset at 6:29. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates news. Have a great night. Let's recap the headline. Missing twin-engine aircraft en route from St. Vincent to Tobago. Ex-UNC MP accuses government of bullying tactics. And Parliament approves 94 million for THA, no 15 million for airport terminal.